Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got an install, but first, let's say hi to Archer.
Hey bud, what's going on? He's excited. Even though we had to go to the vet today, he had to go for a follow-up because he hurt his back paw, but he's okay. We got some more meds, and hopefully he'll be back to 100% soon. Right, bud?
All right, so today we have an install on the Q3, you know, as per usual. All right, memory card said it was full, had to delete some stuff. Anyways, this might be the last install and video period on the Q3. I might be trading it in, undecided still. I'm trying to make that decision probably today or tomorrow. So it's kind of funny that I'm doing an install video possibly a week or a day or whatever before I possibly trade this thing in. But if I do, it's for something that I have wanted for a long time, something completely different. You guys will be kind of surprised if it happens, but if it does happen, I'll be sure to put it on the channel.
Today, as you can see, we've got some stuff disassembled already because I wanted to do a test fit before starting the video and not have this video end up like my intake fail video. Unfortunately, it's okay. The part we're putting on today is this. This is a Street Shield from ECSTuning. Now, if you go on the website and you look for a Q3 Street Shield, they don't make it. They make it for the Tiguan, the Atlas, Golfs, and GTIs, and Rs, and all these cars, but nothing was listed for the Q3. So I reached out to ECS. I said, hey, can I test fit the Tiguan Street Shield onto the Q3? Can I make a video out of it? What do you guys think? And, well, they said yes, because the Street Shield just got here today. Now, my preliminary mock-up shows this should work.
Now, the way I went about this was I looked online, I looked at photos of the underside of the Tiguan and the underside of the Q3, and really tried to compare, and everything looked to be the same. I assumed there would be some differences, but as I took off the old skid plate and plastic and everything, and I'm not even gonna call it a skid plate because it's plastic, it's not protecting anything. We'll call it the belly shield. How about that, belly shield? Which might even be the technical term, I don't know. Anyways, I'm sure there's going to be some differences. However, initially, holding this up under the car, before I even took all the OEM stuff off, it looks like it's going to bolt right up. Like, literally go right in where it's supposed to. So I'm going to be pretty surprised, maybe not surprised, I don't know. But it looks like it's going to fit. So, first thing you want to do with the Street Shield on any vehicle is
get underneath of it. You're going to get underneath of it, and you are going to take off any of the plastic shields that you have, which in this case, this was the main one. To get off this top bolt up here, I did have to take off the front one, which is a very small one. It just kind of attaches to the bumper. So we got this off. That gave me access to that screw, and now they're both off. All I needed for this was the Torx. That's it, one tool. Now, to put that one on the car, there's a few more steps involved. There are instructions on ECS's website, which I'll link below for the Tiguan, which should be the same for pretty much any vehicle. And as you can see here, they also include an array of different hardware, new Torx, a couple of bolts. So a couple things here that will help if you're missing anything or any of the extra bolts that you're going to need for the back of the Street Shield, which obviously there's no back to this, and there is a back to that. Okay, now you might be asking, why? Why an aluminum skid plate? This is plastic. This is the oil pan, and this is plastic. Blows my mind. Now, considering this thing is lifted, and I've got some all-terrain tires on it, on the chance that I take it off-road, if I do keep this, and I take it off-road, I want to protect this. You're gonna have a bad day if you're out there and you run over a rock or something, puncture this, and you lose all your oil, especially if you're out on a trail somewhere. That is not gonna be a good day at all. So to take off the OEM plastics, there were a couple of Torx here, 3 or 4 on this side, and a couple along the bottom here. Now, back here, where the dog bone is, you can see right there, and right there. This is where the back of the skid plate is going to install. Now keep in mind, if you do a traditional oil change and you get under the car and you remove the drain plug, you're gonna have to take the Street Shield off every time you do that. That is the only downside I'm calling it. It's not even really that bad, but that's the only additional step you're gonna have to do if you put one of these on your car. All right guys, hey, I apologize if the lighting is crap. We're under the car. So what we're gonna do is don't drop this on your face. It's gonna be the first step. Okay, you're gonna just want to get this into place as best you can and try to get these bolts here. The ECS includes in the back
and then up in the front. And once I get these in, I'll actually show you what it looks like. Okay guys, after some persuading and a little bit of trimming on each side, right here there was just a little bit of plastic here and on the other side. That was preventing this from going all the way flat, and as you push it up you could actually see the bumper moving out. So I trimmed that. It looks like everything's good. I've got the 3 bolts in the back just loosely in there. We've got the one right here, and then I do have to go through and put the ones on the sides where the Torx go, but everything looks like it is lined up, and I think this experiment worked. You can see here how it fits just like the OEM one does. Same thing with on the sides. Everything matches and lines up very, very well. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Torx, get those in, get these bolts tightened, and we will finish this up. All right guys, check it out, we're done. And I did something a little extra that you don't have to do. I put this back on. As you can see, there usually would be screws to go in to the OEM plastic one. This doesn't have the provisions, the holes for that. So I did drill one hole here and ran a Torx into it, and that's nice and tight. That ain't going anywhere. I just kind of wanted to finish off the bottom. Without it there, it's like I said, it's fine. It just has a little bit of a gap that comes up into here. So now it's covered. This is done. You can see solid. Very, very solid. All the bolts are in back here on the sides. Everything is good, tightened, done. So that wraps up this pretty quick and easy install. Very, very glad that it worked. Otherwise, I would just have another part here in the garage that didn't go on my car and would go on a Tiguan, which is fine. I've got friends with Tiguans, but being that I partnered with ECS Tuning on this, I wanted to be sure that it would go on my car, obviously, and that I would fulfill my obligation by creating a video, putting it out on socials and everything like that. All right, memory card yelled at me again. I had to delete a little bit more. I gotta get more memory cards. I do have a couple, but I don't know where they're at, so whatever. Like I was saying, ECSTuning Street Shield will protect your oil pan from rocks, debris, whatever's in the road. If you have a really, really low car, or if you have something like mine that just has a plastic oil pan and you don't want to risk it. A lot of the newer cars do have plastic oil pans, so if your car does, check out ECS Tuning, see if they have the Street Shield available for your car, and pick one up. They're not that expensive. They're like a couple $100, I think $300, something like that. Super, super easy to install and will protect your car. I did want to show you guys one more addition while we're in here. You can kind of see them up there. We got some Max tracks. And I don't know if you could see the color or not. You might be able to from back here. There we go. They're the same color as the car. Hey, hey. I had an open spot on the rack, and before Euro Tripper, I just decided to throw them up there. Good thing about most of the stuff that's on this rack, if I trade the car in, the rack's not staying on, I'm taking it off. And most of the things can be used on my next car, if that's what I end up buying. So little hint there. You probably still won't get it though. All right, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna get this thing off of the ramps, back into the garage, and I'm gonna go inside and rest. Speaking of rest, funny enough, I recently ran a half marathon. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen that. If not, I'll throw a picture up here somewhere of me running it. I used to hate running, absolutely despised it. I think it was because I was in the Army and we were kind of forced to run, but I hated it. And with my injuries, I kind of always told myself I couldn't do it. And I started out slow. I did a couple of 5Ks. My first 5K ever, you should have seen me. Absolutely miserable. I thought I was gonna die, but I lived. Ran a few more 5Ks after that, and then decided, you know what? I'm gonna really train for a half marathon. So I followed the Nike Run Club app. There's a training program that I followed. Fantastic. If you guys are runners, if you're not runners, if you wanna start running, whatever, they have walking ones on there as well. If you just wanna go for a walk and listen to somebody in your ear. It's fantastic. Highly recommend it if you're gonna get into any type of running, sport, or walking, or whatever. Also, I'm on Strava. If you guys have that, add me. I think it's either gonna be my first and last name or Wobble Nuts. I don't remember, but add me on Strava. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling on. If you guys have any questions or anything like that about the Street Shield or about running or whatever, honestly, just hit me up. Next video might be a new car. We'll see. If it's not, then it'll probably be me doing something with this again. All right, well, as always, thanks again so much for stopping by. Big, big, big shout out to ECS Tuning for partnering with me on their Street Shield. This is definitely gonna protect the oil pan. I can safely take this thing off-road now and not have to worry about it. So I'm excited for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share the video with some friends, comment on it, and I will answer back. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.